She didn't just replace me, she erased me. One day, I was the plan, the future, the safe choice. The next day, I was history deleted, unfollowed, rewritten. If you've ever been swapped out, like you meant nothing, stay right here, because this isn't a story about jealousy. This is about patience, precision, and a regret that never expired. She didn't just replace me, she erased me. One day, I was the plan, the future, the safe choice. The next day, I was history deleted, unfollowed, rewritten. If you've ever been swapped out like you meant nothing, stay right here. Because this isn't a story about jealousy. This is about patience, precision, and a regret that never expired. P.O. I want you to sit tight, lean in, and feel every heartbeat of this story, because this isn't just entertainment. It's a lesson in power, patience, and truth. I didn't find out in a dramatic way. No screaming phone calls. No public meltdown. I found out the modern way, by accident. A tagged photo, a caption, that hit way too familiar. Same restaurant. Same jokes. Same energy that used to belong to me. My stomach dropped, but my face stayed calm. That's when I knew something had shifted. Not in him. In me. That's when I realized it wasn't just a betrayal lit, was a challenge. She was the upgrade. Younger, louder, flashier. The kind of girl who posts everything and calls it confidence. He didn't even wait, just slid her into my spot like I was a placeholder. The disrespect wasn't that he left, it was how easily he pretended I never existed. At first, I felt that sting-sharp, bitter, gnawing birth. But then it shifted. I felt a spark, a little fire lighting inside me. The kind that whispers, "You're not done yet." I didn't block him. I didn't confront her. I didn't spiral. I watched. Quietly. People underestimate silence. They think it means weakness. They forget silence is where strategy lives. And oh, strategy I had. I knew his patterns. I knew his habits. I knew how he talked, how he lied, and how he manipulated. I knew every little insecurity he thought I didn't notice. That knowledge became my weapon. I told people I was too much, too emotional, too serious, too intense. Funny how I was perfect until I wasn't useful anymore. She laughed louder, agreed faster, didn't ask questions. For a while, it looked like he won, like she won. And I let them think that. That's the trick, they never saw what was coming. Today, they didn't know the quiet patience of someone who's been underestimated her whole life. The thrill didn't come from revenge right away, it came from clarity. From realizing I wasn't replaced because I lacked something. I was replaced because I saw too much. And seeing too much isn't a flu, it's a superpower if you know how to use it. I watched them live their fake little perfect life online, posting the photos, the dates, the couple's nights. I saw them in the spotlight, thinking no one else noticed. But I did. And I remembered everything. She started noticing cracks. I could tell. The overposting, the captions that sounded defensive. The subtle digs. He was doing to her what he did to me jets faster. Karma doesn't rush. It waits until the lesson hurts. And trust me, this lesson was going to sting, because I didn't act out of spite. I acted out of precision. I let every move, every mistake, every slip unfold in front of the people who needed to see it. I never reached out. I let the truth surface naturally. Screenshots don't lie. Patterns don't lie. People eventually talk, and when they do, stories overlap. The whispers started. Friends noticed inconsistencies. People who knew us both saw right through it. The little lies piled up until they became undeniable. And suddenly, she was the one questioning, doubting, panicking. The moment came when she finally reached out to me. Not aggressive, not apologetic, just curious. That curiosity turned into realization. Realization turned into regret. I didn't rub it in. I didn't celebrate. I just told her, one thing, this wasn't personal. This was predictable. Patterns always repeat. He can't hide who he is, no matter how loud the lies or how perfect the photos. He lost both of us. Not loudly, not dramatically, quietly, permanently. And I didn't just walk away. I leveled up. My peace became untouchable. My energy became unshakable. While they dealt with fallout, I rebuilt myself stronger, sharper, and cleaner than before. I reclaimed what she thought she could have: my confidence, my dignity, my narrative. If you're listening and you've been replaced, hear this. Sometimes you're not the one who lost the position. You're the one who escaped the pattern. You didn't fail. You survived. And surviving isn't just about keeping your head above water. It's about floating higher than anyone thought you could. It's about walking past the chaos unbothered, knowing your worth. The funny thing about revenge, it's not always dramatic. It's quiet. It's the subtle victory of living better, wiser, and stronger. It's the slow drip of truth catching up to everyone who underestimated you. And that's exactly what happened. She started noticing that people weren't blind anymore. That friend she assumed would support her started questioning her, that he wasn't the prize he claimed to be. And it hit her too late that the person she replaced was untouchable. I didn't need to yell. I didn't need to post videos. I didn't need public spectacle. I let reality do the work. I let patience turn into pressure. I let the truth manifest naturally, piece by piece, like a storm slowly consuming a careless fire. The satisfaction wasn't in humiliation, it was in knowing I survived. And surviving is always louder than any fake apology or desperate attempt at dominance. By the time they realized what was happening, it was already too late. He lost credibility. She lost trust. And I walked away with everything he could. Never take clarity, resilience, and unshakable peace. I didn't just come out on top. I came out untouchable. And here's the kicker. While they were busy playing their roles, I was creating opportunities, leveling up my life, and living without compromise. That's the real revenge. It's not about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. Proving that nothing can replace what's inherently yours. That's the lesson they'll carry forever, long after the screenshots fade and the stories are forgotten. If you've been replaced, if you've been betrayed, if you've been told your worth depends on someone else's validation, hear me loud and clear. You are irreplaceable. You are untouchable. You are the one writing the final chapter, and you don't need anyone's permission to do it. Silence, patience, clarity, and relentless self-respect will always do more damage than anger ever could. She thought taking my place meant winning. He thought replacing me meant upgrading. They were both wrong. Because when you remove someone who sees clearly, the truth eventually replaces you back. And that kind of regret, it lasts forever. And that's exactly what I wanted them to feel. Not humiliation, not destruction. Just the quiet, inescapable reality of what they underestimated and lost. She thought taking my place meant winning. He thought replacing me meant upgrading. They were both wrong, because when you remove someone who sees clearly, the truth eventually replaces you back. And that kind of regret, it lasts forever. Being replaced doesn't mean you were lacking in it, often means you saw the truth too clearly. Real power isn't in revenge fueled by anger, but in patience, awareness, and When you step away quietly and let patterns reveal themselves, regret finds the people who deserve it. Peace, clarity, and moving forward on your own terms are the strongest victories of all.